episode 92, part 1 of Africa's premier sports video podcast, the 3 Quarters podcast. As usual, remember to jump onto the hashtag Road to Japan to support the Kenya Simbas as they are still looking to qualify for the Rugby World Cup in 2019 in Japan. I'm Janima Duffield.
And I'm Ngara Kamuya.
So, the Kenya Simbas have been training.
Beloved Kenya Simbas.
Our beloved Kenya Simbas have been training.
Yeah.
And it's been camp, but not camp.
Yeah.
Like one where you guys don't actually stay together. You come, you train, you go home.
Yeah.
So we're basically going to go through what has been happening in camp, and the mood around camp, the feel, how things are going. So from the few people I've talked to.
Yeah.
I'll start with the positives.
Yes.
So positives are people are amped. Like they're really psyched to go, take up the challenge and go for the Repecharge and represent Kenya, which is good.
Yes.
I mean, we need that fire burning.
Yeah.
Because that is the only thing that does not depend on the union.
Yes.
So yes, the fire is there definitely. And there's the fact that they've been doing a lot of strength and conditioning in the gym. So one of the questions I asked was, weren't you doing that before, in Nanyuki? And they're like, that was more of just running.
Yes.
But this is now actual gym work.
Yes.
So at least I know how it feels as a rugby player when you feel stronger.
Yes.
When your body feels stronger, you're like, yep, I'm good. You're more confident going onto the pitch even.
That's true.
Now looking at the negatives, so obviously allowances have been non-existent for maybe 2 months now, and that's got to be a downer.
Yes.
I'm sure whether you've got work or you don't have work, you are always looking forward to that money coming in.
That's true.
So it not coming, of course, the morale is sort of then there's the fact that with the boys in camp, that most boys feel like they haven't really worked on their pitch sessions enough, so they don't quite know what game plan is, and they're like, okay, yes, fine, we've done our gymming, but then that shouldn't come at the expense of, our pitch work.
Yes.
But what have you found out?
Yeah, I mean, I guess you're talking to the right people, or the same people, because that's what I have had. Number one issue is, of course, they're in the gym a lot. They're doing a lot of gym work. They haven't done any pitch work to date. While it's a positive in terms of the fact that, yes, the physical size improves on their strength and conditioning, or the shape in which their shape, basically, they become better physically. There's a question as to whether we might be focusing too much on that and not focusing on our game plan and game plays, because this is what happened throughout the Rugby Africa Gold Cup. We saw a much fitter squad. What am I saying? We saw a fitter squad, but really erratic when it comes to the pitch. And you could tell that was because they did not have a lot of ball sessions. Yes. And the question I ask myself then is, with a month to the Repecharge, what do you expect, or what do you think you will do? That is the coaching staff. That is, Ian Snook and Murray Ralston. What are you planning to do when it comes to ball work? Because I know for a fact they never trained on defense, or maybe they trained on defense once or twice, and it's the players who actually requested for them to to train defense. And we still don't have a game plan. We still don't have a solid game plan. So our boys are looking good physically, but then that's just about it. This is 15s. This is not 7s. 15s. There's a lot of it's more technical than 7s is. Therefore, there's a lot of ball work that must go into it. That
is very true. I mean, in the games that we saw in the Rugby Africa Gold Cup, it was mostly our game plan and our positioning that was a problem, not so much our fitness. We didn't struggle too much on that, in regards to our fitness. So I'm just wondering why they chose to do, more of conditioning. Of course, if we qualify, yes. I do understand that, sides out there are better conditioned, but you see, if you've got no game plan going into the game, then it's really not going to make much of a difference.
Yes, it won't make much of a difference. Sorry, my only hope is that we've done this for a month now, or the boys have been doing this for a month. That's the gym work. My only hope now is that they shift the focus for this month and focus on the game plan and put in the number of sessions that they've been putting in. I mean, of course, gym will have to stay, but let's do a lot of ball work. They have a couple of new boys in the team. They don't know exactly what happened during the Gold Cup. So that's what I would be expecting, the coaching staff to focus on. But look, they're the coaches. We are just commenting on that. So I guess they have their own plan. The other thing, of course, is allowances. Like you've said, players have not been paid for the last 2 months, and it's unfortunate. It's very unfortunate that these guys have to go through this every time.
Yep.
Every time they're called up to play for their country, they have to go through this. And it's very unfortunate. But what I have to commend the boys is that they still keep attending the sessions, despite the fact that the union keeps failing them with the money thing. And the question I ask myself is that, from what I've heard, is that, World Rugby is pretty involved. Because it's a repecharge. World Rugby is really involved in how this is going to go, and therefore money is getting to the union. So there are talks. I don't know. I can't categorically state that that's the case, but there are stories that even half of it, the gym have not been paid, to date by the union, and that's always a problem when it comes to the 15 side. The 7 side are normally lucky, but that's always a problem when it comes to the 15 side. Technical bench put in their work. The boys
put in their work.
Put in a lot of work, and then the union just drops a ball. So that's the other thing I've been told, and I mean, all we can ask our boys is that you just keep it going. As the union keeps failing you, and they'll keep failing you, unfortunately, the way it's constituted, just keep going.
Keep the faith.
Yeah, keep the faith. Our eyes are set on the prize, and that's all you can ask from them. So it's unfortunate, but the only thing that keeps you positive, or the only thing that keeps you going, is when you hear the players saying, "You know what? We'll still keep doing this."
There's also the fact that in terms of preparation, we were supposed to have a few games, before the boys fly out. And the only game I hear that they've had is against Impala, and against themselves. So the only game that I hear has been confirmed is the one in Romania. Now, that's just not, in my opinion, that's not good enough. I mean, to be honest, I know, yes, we know why it hasn't happened. But you're just at a point where you're like, 2 weeks to go. What's going to happen?
And you remember we mentioned this during when we were talking about the fixtures that had been confirmed. From what
I remember they were confirmed.
From what I've heard is that it's internal problems in terms of planning and logistics. Because first question I asked myself when I heard about this is, come on, guys, national team cannot afford to go for a camp, yet KCB are going for a camp, Western Province.
Man, yes,
so that was the first thing I asked myself. There's some ties. John Mitchell, who's a former All Blacks coach, is based in Pretoria with the Bulls. And Loftus 200, of course, are an offset of the Bulls. So I think through the Kiwi connection that we have, that's how they've been able to allegedly fix the game. I don't want to say it's confirmed. But yeah, like you're saying, the only confirmed fixture is against Romania. We don't even know whether the game against British Army is going to happen, whether the game against Namibia is going to happen. Though Namibia, not from our side, I've had it from outside that Namibia is actually confirmed that it's going to happen. So these are the ones, British Army and Loftus 200. Those are the ones we don't know about. But again, it's running too close to the repecharge. Does that mean our boys, are they going to have enough time to get everything right for the repecharge? But look, all we can do is just support the guys. I don't know what you have to say. I
definitely agree with you. Support them 100%, no matter what happens, whether it's union related or not. We've got to be behind our boys. I mean, we've been behind them from the start, and we're going to keep going. And we're not going to stop. And we like to ask, obviously, everyone else to join us in supporting the boys. You can do this by following us on social media. That is by following us on Instagram, liking our page on Facebook, and subscribing to our YouTube channel. I'm Jimmy Madoffio.
And I'm Nara Kamuya.
See you in part 2.